diehard fans, right?
Well, God love them. Look.
Or at least the staff.
Yeah, well, close enough.
Diehard staff, God love them.
I will now reconvene the regular meeting. So, there's a proposal that we extend, what is it called?
The purchase and sale agreement.
The purchase and sale agreement. Okay,
Doesn't that have to be in writing? I think it
what was that?
does. I think that has to be in
Yeah, you would have to, the motion, if you chose to make anything, it would be to extend the purchase and sale agreement by 1 day and authorize the board, the chair to sign an extension.
No, I'm saying, doesn't that require something written from them? This is a real estate transaction.
Yeah, they have to sign it, and our board has to sign it.
Well,
So they have, but they have until the 7th to provide us with that. And so you are just kind of letting them know right now that if they were to provide you with that, that you would extend it that, you would authorize the county manager to sign it. What's that?
do we have to make that decision right now?
When else?
We don't meet again.
Yeah, we don't
Yes.
meet again until the 8th.
8th.
And the motion is to extend it for 1 day.
Yes,
If you wanted to make that motion. Or you could extend it for as long as you wanted. But in your motion, you would need to authorize the execution of an addendum to the purchase and sale agreement that stated specifically what you would agree to, if you chose to do that.
So one of the commissioners would need to make that motion if that,
Come on, Maven.
So, I may need a little help here, guys.
yeah.
if you want to deliberate, you need to make a motion and have a second, and then you can
No, I
deliberate
understand
on
that. Okay. I move that we deny the oral request for an extension of this real estate contract. It's a motion.
There's no second. So the motion fails. Okay,
Can I make it, so should I make a positive motion?
you can.
You could try that.
Yeah, I can try
Make a
that.
motion.
I move.
Oh, wait a minute, we were supposed to call the roll for the
No,
vote.
nobody,
No, the
it
motion
died. There
failed,
was
no second.
There was
That's
no
right.
second.
There was no
That's
second,
right,
so we're
sorry.
fine. So we're fine.
Besides that, the parliamentarian went home. so.
Oh, that means we can do anything we want.
Have a party. Okay,
I move that we,
the board. Move that the board.
yeah, okay. I move that the board accept the request of the,
Agile design.
whoever is the name on that real estate contract.
Agile design.
Thank you, my dear.
Read my writing.
Yeah, okay, I move that the board authorize the request to extend the purchase and sale agreement by 1 day. Or should we say, to May 8th, 2019.
And authorize the chair to sign, or the manager to sign, whomever.
And authorize some
The chair to sign.
big kid to sign it.
Well, if it's going to be before they meet, would it be better to have the interim county manager sign it?
Whatever the board's comfortable with.
That's true, that's true.
I didn't hear that.
And does it have to be actually the 9th rather than the 8th? I mean, when does that take effect? Is it like,
Midnight. So we extend it to the night of our meeting.
And then if it gets, when they bring a proposal on the 8th, if you guys agree to that, then you would be entering into a new agreement
What-
That night.
that night.
not.
Yeah,
Or not.
yes.
So you made your motion, right? You're going to read the motion?
Better
Madam
read
Chair?
it. Yeah.
I was going to say, poor Sarah.
Okay, what was the last part? Authorize the,
Interim county manager.
okay. Okay, just one second.
I'll second that.
Okay, so it is moved and seconded that the board accept the request to extend the purchase and sale agreement to May 8th and authorize the interim county manager to sign. Is there discussion?
With agile design, right?
Or with
Oh.
whoever the, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Well, we have a motion. We have a
That's
second.
okay, let's just put it in there.
Thank you.
Okay.
With agile design, because we're clear that's what we're talking about. So discussion. So I'm willing to
wait.
extend it for a
Wait,
day.
Wait a second, just a second.
Okay, good.
Purchase and sale agreement. With Agile. We're not doing this right. Yeah, thank you.
Be on the road again at 7:30 tomorrow morning.
The board authorized the request to extend the purchase and sale agreement with Agile Design to May 8th, 2019, and authorize the interim county manager to sign.
Okay, that's a little different, so I can't see it.
Really?
It's a little different. I want to say it exactly as the clerk has it.
I'll second what the clerk has said.
How about if you, Teresa, if you wouldn't mind? Okay. Okay. So it's been moved and seconded that the board authorize the request to extend the purchase and sale agreement with Agile Design to May 8th, 2019, and authorize the interim county manager to sign. Is there a discussion? Okay.
I just want to be clear that I don't support this.
Well, wait.
Oh, you asked for
Oh,
discussion.
Okay, okay. Okay,
Okay.
fine.
I have some very serious reservations about the way the North Coast Business Park is now doing its business. This is not a business park. This is a big wetland that isn't even zoned properly. Usually when you create an industrial or a business park, you do three things. You plat it out, you do a master plan. If there are any environmental issues, you solve them. You provide infrastructure, which today means roads and water and sewer, and today it also means fiber optic needs for whatever it is planned for. The county is already having issues, mostly it's the city of Warrenton is having issues with one pending sale and one affected sale. And I think it's time to put the brakes on the whole thing. I think it's time for us to say, let's let this purchase and sale agreement end. Let's solve the environmental issues. Let's master plan the park properly. Let's address what in the future we would use revolving loan funds for. And let's get our act together. I'm embarrassed by this whole thing. I think the county has, there have been too many years that the county has not done the right thing for this park. And I think we need to put the brakes on.
Isn't that an
I-
interesting speech? When you talk about this stuff, I always listen. because I think you really know what you're talking about from long and deep experience in the subject matter. I'm telling you. But the idea is we've got a buyer, how willing, for what, under what conditions. Problematic issues, no doubt about it. It's better to plan, measure twice, cut once. I agree with what you say about planning and remediating and all of that. On the other hand, I'm willing to give 1 day so we can work on this, you know, in case there's something we can do that would satisfy you in the meantime. I mean, it could happen. So I hear your concerns, I respect your opinion, and I'm willing to give a day.
I think we have had some success in following the procedures that we have prior with selling property and having build out according to how it was originally designed and designated. Now, I understand that it may not be perfect and it may not be, but this was created some time ago, and I think I would like to see this project go forward. I don't know that it will, but would prefer that it did.
I guess another concern I have is the lawsuit that is pending. I don't want us to get caught in the midst of this lawsuit, and I wonder if maybe some of the issue for the applicant about not letting any window exist between the present contract and a new contract is that maybe these people who are suing each other for all kinds of different breaches of agreement and contracts, et cetera, if maybe they're afraid that Zion Development will jump in the interim and buy this property from them.
I think there's a lot of thorny issues here, but I think what's in front of us right now is if we're going to extend it until, so that give them a chance to get a proposal together and bring it back to us. I hear the reservations, I feel the reservations myself about extending revolving fund dollars. So I am interested in seeing what kind of proposal they bring forward to us. You know, so I'm willing to give them, to extend it that 1 day. I too, it would be great to have a generator for jobs like this in the county. And I know that these folks seem to be very earnest in what they want to do and what they want to bring here. But we would have to see the proposal before we made any decisions.
I have a question for County Council. Are we at risk in any way because of this lawsuit that's between the parties?
Not at this time, we're not parties.
Okay.
And that the Zion property is completely off the map now for us, right? They have walked away?
They have walked away. Agile Design has put a lease pendants against the property, which they have been reluctant and so far declined to release. But have indicated they would do so at a later time. I have not pursued that, in part because any litigation would, of course, cost money.
So they currently have a lien against county property?
It's not a lien, it's called a lease pendants. It's a notice of legal action because they filed the lawsuit against Zion.
But that's not our concern.
Well, it is our tying up our property.
Tying up the
and,
property, okay.
Tying up one of the lots.
But there's nothing we can do about it.
Well,
is
we
there?
could sue them to remove it because they have no legal right to have
Okay,
it there. But I
right.
don't, I mean, that's expensive.
Separate.
So wait, let me just go back over that, because that had slipped my mind. So Agile is holding Zion hostage in a way? No? Just checking. It's late.
No, Agile and Zion are in a lawsuit. Agile initially filed a lawsuit against Zion, and at that time, Zion was under contract to purchase a piece of property from the county. As is often done in a lawsuit, Agile Design filed a lease pendants. In other words, a notice that we filed a lawsuit on property owned by, or property that Zion was interested in purchasing, which happens to be the county property. And so on the record of the county property is a lease pendants from Agile Design that they claim that there may be a lawsuit involving this property. What that does is make a new buyer who comes along somewhat reluctant to go forward with the purchase. Agile Design's attorney has advised that they would be willing to release the lease pendants depending on who the party was that we considered an offer from.
You know, this reminds me of some very unpleasant parts of my personal history, which I am not going to go into detail about, because I don't care if Brenna is leaving soon, darn you. But it's not a happy way to do business. It's not a happy way, and that's really my dilemma in this.
But we're talking one day.
Yeah, but the whole thing
Yeah,
is tied together. So let's just vote. I got an hour to go home, and I got to be on the road at 7:30 tomorrow morning. So
Is there further discussion? All right. The pending question is, shall we adopt the motion that the board accept the request to extend the purchase and sale agreement with Agile Designs and authorize the interim, to May 8th, and authorize the interim county manager to sign? An aye vote will adopt the motion. A no vote will defeat the motion. The clerk will call the roll.
Commissioner Sullivan?
Aye.
Commissioner Webb?
Nay.
Commissioner Thompson?
aye.
Commissioner Neverker?
Aye. The ayes have it, 3-1. And the motion is adopted. The meeting is adjourned.